All right, Capricorn, what is going on with you? This is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the end of September. All right, let's see what's going on here for you, darling. Feel free to swap around the energies. As always, just take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Maybe not everything in a reading is for you, but if you've caught this and you've seen the title, which I don't know what it is yet, and you're here, then there is a message for you. So let's see what's going on. Capricorn. Oh, check this out. Transformation. Transformation happening. Big changes ahead. Oh, there's your card. Time. That's Saturn energy. Spiritual cleansing and healer. Wow. Wow. I feel like some of you have resisted this for a long time. Not just the healing part, but about becoming a healer. I'm not getting that. I feel like some of you have really dragged your feet on this, actually, about healing something in yourself, but also becoming a healer and stepping out into the world as a healer. There's definitely, I'm definitely picking up on some resistance from some of you. Okay, so let's see. I saw the Five of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups, which is like kind of the opposite ends of the spectrum as I was shuffling. Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands. Then there's the Hierophant, which is Taurus energy. Judgment, Six of Pentacles, and the Eight of Pentacles. This is a new path. All right, this is a brand new path, and I feel like you're clinging to some kind of tradition. All right, clinging to some kind of tradition, but you know that it's coming. All right, you know that the change is coming, and you might be clinging to not wanting to go down in the pecking order. There's a fly flying around here. Not wanting to go down in the pecking order by doing this. Wanting to keep your position. So if some of you are really excited to do a new thing, but it means you have to like take a step back career-wise, I feel like that's a non-starter for you. And that's likely what's going on here, is that being a healer would require you to step out of this system that you're in, okay? Whatever this is, this old-fashioned system that you're in, very corporate or hierarchical or something like that. And you're afraid that you'll have to ask for money. Some of you who are, Capricorns are usually really, really good at money, but asking for money for your own services might be something that you are in need of learning how to do. Okay. Eight of Pentacles, the Death card, transformation again, changing your work. Page of Wands, to lean into something that you're much more excited about, much more interested in. Knight of Pentacles, there's Virgo energy. So we got all the earth signs plus Scorpio here. Scorpio twice, actually. The Knight of Wands, Sagittarian energy, and the Eight of Swords. I feel like you think this is frivolous. Or that, who's telling you that walking your spiritual path or doing something in the world that you're meant to do, but it's not a traditional thing, is frivolous? Who's telling you that? Who's telling you that? Ace of Swords, Four of Swords, and the Empress. This could be coming from a mother figure or an actual mother, or it could be coming from traditional religious practices. In this card, this is the Four of Swords. So you're really being asked to heal this. But actually in this card, look at this. So the Ace of Swords is down here, right? And here's the Three of Swords, all like directed right at him, who's like lying in state or whatever. And so the Three of Swords is about heartbreak. And like the Ace of Swords is the truth. So there's something here about you grasping the truth instead of everything being like gonna hurt me. This is all gonna hurt me. This is gonna hurt my financial well-being. This is gonna harm me in some way. I feel like what needs to happen is you're needing to really shift. I stopped the video because they were barking, and I noticed that on the bottom is the shadow card as I was shuffling in the beginning here. And this is definitely like a shadow element for you, that you're not wanting to do anything that's going to be challenging the status quo. Okay. Or challenging to the status quo. Now that status quo, whatever that means for you, you don't want to upend family belief systems by going in a direction of being a healer. You don't want to look at your own family or your own, the thing you're in right now, the system you're in right now. You don't want to look at that, because that's going to bring up a lot of truth for you, that this is not really where I need to be, or I don't want to look too closely at things. It's kind of like in a scary movie when people like kind of cover their eyes, but they sort of look through their hands. That's what I'm seeing of you, because I'm getting this Knight of Pentacles energy that you're seeing other people doing what they want, and they feel very free, and, you know, they feel very excited by that. And I'm just getting the feeling that you're like, no, that's not for me. That's not for me. Like, other people can do that, but not me. And I'm almost getting this sense of it's got to come through not your own. Okay. So Capricorn, ruled by Saturn, you're very good at putting in effort around things, right? This isn't about that. This is about you shifting mindset, having a shifting mindset about what is okay for you and what is not okay for you. And this Empress down here, it's either expectations of the mother, 10 of Cups, King of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, and the Justice card. So there's something here about you becoming a newbie and not liking the feeling of getting out of line, or just getting out of line, right? You having to start over scares you, because that wasn't the expectation. Like, once you're on a track, like, you stay on the track. Very, very Saturnian, right? Once you get on the track, you stay on the track, but there's a new track. This is a new opportunity, and how it's coming about, I feel like it has to come from a mindset shift. Okay. It can't just come from like I want to do something. Well, it can't just come from like okay, I've kind of run aground in this career, I'm going to change into something else. Because I don't feel like you would do that. I feel like you keep pursuing the same track because this is what you were taught. But I feel like there's an actual transformation going on inside you that yearns for something else. 7 of Swords, Strength. I feel like you've been doing this on the side. 7 of Wands and the Queen of Swords. I feel like you've been doing something on the side, or you might build it on the side. Okay, that might take up some slack from this like having to start over thing, especially if that's about a money concern here with this King of Pentacles, like I'm going to lose money or something like that. But it's like, so here's the thing, you're doing it on the side, but you don't want other people to see you. I teach a spiritual business class, and it's remarkable how many people want to be doing their mission and purpose, right? Next week, I'm doing a class about finding your mission and purpose. If you want to jump on, there's a link below. But how many people say, okay, I want that, but I don't want to be seen doing that. Like, I can't be seen by my friends and family and coworkers, like being an astrologer or being a tarot reader on YouTube. I can't be seen sort of being the healer that I am. The I'm just looking at this Eight of Swords, King of Wands, Hermit, Nine of Swords, and the Four of Pentacles. So there's somebody, could be a Virgo, could be a Sagittarian, who is really shining the light on the direction that you could go in that's very creative, right? And very, very creative. That's actually Aries energy, but we have Sag right here too. And then there's Virgo energy about like, what's it going to take to do it? But like, once you know, there's something about like holding on to money. Like, I don't want to lose any money, or I don't want to lose any time. You haven't come to the place yet that pushes you over the top of this ridge. And I feel like that's what this reading is about. It's about recognizing that it's really about your changing inner alignment, about being aware of who you are in this world and what you're becoming or who you're becoming, noticing the inner voices that are holding you back. This is really holding you back. Okay. Some kind of belief system is really holding you back. Again, it's not about putting in time and effort. It's about shifting the mindset about, I want to do what I'm here to do. I want to do my purpose, but I don't want to be seen doing it. And I feel like that comes from the rest of that sentence is, because if it's not a success, I can't be seen to fail. Or I can't fall on my face. I have a reputation to uphold, or something like that. King of Pentacles, and this Hierophant energy. But there's definitely, there could be a Libra, Taurus, somebody who is doing this, somebody who is kind of out there doing what they're here to do. I almost feel like you are needing to ask for a teacher. The middle of September is basically saying there's a lot of Mercury energy going on in September. So I'm just going to read you a few things here. On the 17th, Mercury opposes Saturn. So that's your rulership planet. And Mercury opposite Saturn says there needs to be a tough love conversation here. Mercury then enters Libra. There could be a conversation with another person. Okay, that's maybe kind of tough. But then Mercury opposite Neptune, you're like uncovering the illusions. Like if you think you can't, right, this is an illusion, this Seven of Swords, a lie you're telling yourself about going in the direction of your mission and purpose. You don't know if you have to start over. You don't know if you lose money. You don't know any of these things. These are fears. It's not real. It's something that is coming up in your mind. Okay, it's coming up in your mind and it's blocking you from forward movement, because maybe getting where you are right now required a lot of due diligence or a lot of effort and time. But doing what you are going toward, maybe you have been doing it on the side and it's time to just put it out there in the world. Mercury opposite Neptune. So you're kind of calling out the illusions, right? The opposition. You're kind of calling out the illusions here. Mercury trine Uranus, Mercury trine Pluto. So this is something that may be a little bit new wave, a little bit out there. And this is the direction of your transformation. Pluto rules Scorpio. We have Venus entering Virgo. So Venus backs down a little bit. Venus square Uranus. And then Mars enters Scorpio. So I feel like by the time we get to the 22nd of September, when Venus is entering, or when Mars is entering Scorpio, rulership, okay, Mars, it rules Scorpio, and so does Pluto. Pluto is the modern ruler of Scorpio. Mars is the traditional ruler of Scorpio. You got two Scorpio cards here. So Mars is action on our transformation. So you might just be in this like thinking mode right now, Nine of Swords, Eight of Swords, and your thinking is stinking thinking. You're thinking these like, oh, it's going to hurt me. Oh, it's going to hurt me. Oh, it's going to hurt me. Nope. Here's the Ace of Swords. You need to know the truth. You need to get at the real truth about this. You're just making this shit up. Okay. And when you make stuff up, we make stuff up all the time, it can become real, a self-fulfilling prophecy. So your job here is to really find out. And maybe if you know somebody who's doing what you want to do, even if you've been building it on the side or whatever, you might need to seek them out. All right. So let's keep going. I want to see how this plays out. I want to see what we don't see coming, and I'll give you some advice from spirit. Okay. All right. Link is below, Capricorn. See you over there. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.